What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to GmiasWorld Podcast, and we're about to be jumping into Week 3 of the 2019 NFL season. We're going to start off with the Lions and the Eagles. I was very disappointed in the Eagles. I love me some Walker 2 and Wentz, bro. I don't know what goes on certain times. He'll come out, he'll make a throw like he's seeing ghosts, and then he'll come right back out and then throw a hot one. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if he's, fully confident in himself yet after the whole, Foles coming in and winning the Super Bowl for him after he had the knee injury. There's something going on with him, though, but that's besides the point. The Lions are technically unbeaten because a tie doesn't count as a loss, so it's weird because if Coach Pencil and that other moron, Darrell Bevel, doesn't call a timeout in that first game against the Cards, there is no tie, and the Lions are actually 3-0. So it seems like the Lions is a team that I didn't expect anything from the Lions, but now I'm watching them like, hold on, bro. Like, these dudes might be out here doing something. But overall, I think more than anything else, I was just extremely disappointed in the Eagles, and they're going to have to get their stuff together. It's going to be a long season. It looks like the Cowboys may just lock up the NFC East. What do you guys think about that? Let me know in the comments. The Jets and the Patriots. There's nothing really to talk about it with this game other than the fact that Tom Brady, it doesn't matter who's out there with him. Some of you guys may say it's the system, whatever it is. I think Tom Brady's great. That's just my personal opinion because even if you have a system, you got to work with so many different type of receivers. He's throwing touchdown to like 73? I know he has the record, but it takes a lot of hard work and dedication to be able to do the stuff that he does on a consistent basis. Nobody really thought the Jets had a chance, and the Jets came out and proved that. So it wasn't really much other than the fact that AB was going crazy on Twitter talking about the owner and all this kind of stuff, snitching on Shannon Sharp, Ben Roethlisberger. That was pretty much more exciting than the game in all actuality when AB was going crazy. Raiders and the Vikings. The Vikings, you know what I'm saying, bro? Like, Adam Thielen, he might make another Pro Bowl. If the quarterback, like, see, that's the thing about it, bro. If Kirk Cousins is able to get this guy the ball, he might be able to, do certain things like he was able to pull off with his 2 touchdowns yesterday. But I still, the jury's out on Kirk Cousins, bro. Like, I don't trust him. But the Raiders' offense, it doesn't seem like they have much creativity with it. It's like when they're gonna run. You know what? Except for the flea flicker, though. The flea flicker, but you pretty much know exactly what they're gonna do. I think they have to work on, doing a little bit, getting more creative with the game. You know what I'm saying? Because it doesn't seem like they're doing much of that. But the Vikings, impressive win, man. Nobody expected the Raiders to win this game, not even Raiders fans. Come on. We don't need to go too crazy about that. Ravens and the Chiefs. This was very, very explosive. Okay? They scored like 23 straight points in the second half. I can't remember exactly. Bro, I just know that Pat Mahomes started going crazy. The Ravens started off with that, the touchdown. And it was like very, very exciting, and they were going crazy, 7-0. And then, the MVP came out and did what the MVP does. Now, this is the biggest situation because most of us, I think that it's going to come down to the Chiefs and the Patriots in the AFC, right? Based on the way everything is going, AB is gone now. So I know you guys got to see a little bit of what the Patriots can do just with what they have right now. You know what I'm saying? Josh Gordon, these guys, they can definitely ball. But the Chiefs, if they're able to learn how to play defense for like even one quarter, do you realize what that offense would do? You know what I'm saying? Like their defense still is not really that good. And to be honest, the game could have gone either way, but I think that Lamar Jackson kind of reverted a little bit back to making some bad throws here and there. He's still working on it. I think he's a lot better than he was last year, but that's pretty much what it came down to. He threw a ball off his back foot in the coverage and the receiver caught it. That was probably like one of his hottest dots. But again, he has to continue to work on throwing that ball because as long as he's that dual threat, I think that the Ravens really, really have a shot. But ultimately in the AFC, I think it's between the Chiefs and the Patriots. Just my opinion. All right? Jumping into the Falcons and the Colts. I got to tell you this right now, bro. The Colts are really impressing me. You got to understand, they're coming off of, an offseason where their premier quarterback and Andrew Luck is like, you know what? You guys can't block for me. F you, F you, F you, and F you. And pretty much all of this stuff that he's been going through, Brissett and everything like that with the whole team, they're 2-1. That's a huge thing. If another franchise just loses their star QB for no apparent reason, that becomes an issue. You know what I'm saying? The Falcons are the Falcons. Like, I'm going to tell you this right now. I keep trying to tell you guys about Matt Ryan, but nobody wants to listen to me. Not even, the Falcons fans. I'm pretty sure guys going to be leaving comments like, yo, it wasn't his fault. The dude throws Stevies, bruh. You might as well put Stevie Wonder out there and just see what happens, because that dude right there, he's going to throw a Stevie when you least expect it. But I think the story is more about the Colts snapping a 5-game, home opening losing streak than anything else. I'm very, very impressed. I did not expect them to start off 2-1, in all honesty. Broncos and the Packers defense is pretty much the story for me, because together as a group, they're playing so much better. I don't know who to give the credit to. I don't know what's going on. Aaron Rodgers is able to make plays when he needs to. It's really, really exciting for the Packer fans, because what's going to happen is it's going to come down to the Packers and the Bears, in my opinion, right? And most of us are going to side with the better quarterback, who is Aaron Rodgers. Trubisky's not there yet. I know a lot of you guys are really, really like, oh, bro, Trubisky this. I like Trubisky. I think he's going to develop. He's just developing a little bit slower. If he continues to go down a wild path, I will have to reassess it. But I just like that he's mobile and he can make certain throws. I saw some good things from him last year. He's getting off to a slow start this year. But if it comes down to it, right now, you got to choose the Packers. The Broncos, who's their quarterback again? Is that... Bro, I can't remember. Fluco? Bro, who is in charge of... Somebody has to take away this GM. Bro, who was that? John Elway brought him in and thought everything's going to be all right. It's a reason that the Ravens, when the Ravens paid him after winning the Super Bowl, they threw up in their mouths. It was really, really wild, bro. And ultimately, this is what it came down to, bro. That dude sucks. That is all. Dolphins and the Cowboys, nobody expected the Dolphins to win anything. Dak Prescott didn't look really, really good. It was a pedestrian day. That pick he threw early, I didn't really like it, but they got the win. It is what it is. The Bengals and the Bills. Okay, the Bills are 3-0. I didn't believe what was going on. I was absolutely shocked, but I knew the Bengals are not a good team right now for a lot of different reasons. Andy Dalton is a trash can. Like, pretty much what happens is this, right? I don't know how he snuck in to be a starter or anything in the NFL. I don't know what he's been doing, but that guy is pretty bad at football. You know what I'm saying? So when you assess it along those lines, you got to really understand that as long as he's the quarterback, you don't really see any future for the Bengals. You know what I'm saying? It's sort of like, even when I go hard on Kirk Cousins, right? But he always has like 4,000, 5,000 yards, all that stuff, but he doesn't get the job done. You know what I'm saying? Like when it comes down to it, playoffs, whatever, he's not that guy to get it over the hump. And I don't know if he ever will be able to do it. Even with the way the league is right now, so favorable to the quarterback. The Bills are really it's not pretty wins, but they're pulling them out. And you know what it is? Once you win, it don't really matter. It's a confidence booster. It's like, all right, I can actually compete. You know what I'm saying? Like it changes your mind frame and it becomes something to where it's like, I actually have an opportunity to win games. It builds confidence. You don't know what's going to happen with the Bills now. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm scared because ultimately we know when they have to play the Patriots what's going to happen. Like, the Patriots are going to, just destroy their worlds. But when you beat teams that you're supposed to beat, it still kind of makes you, you're formidable. You're not just going out there and laying down backwards. You know what I'm saying? And that was really, really good for the Bills to get that win. Oh, my goodness. The Daniel Jones era is among us. You know what I'm saying, bro? I know you guys saw the Tampa Bay Bucs missed that field goal like I did. I was at a bar when it happened. And it was very, very exciting to see it, man. 333 yards. Like, that running touchdown right up the middle, it made you forget about Eli Manning immediately. Now, in my opinion, like I always say, it has nothing to do with anything else other than the fact that Eli beat the greatest quarterback of all time twice. Eli Manning still should go to the Hall of Fame. Because it's not many people that can say that they did that to Tom Brady in the Super Bowl. You understand what I'm saying? Like, the dude's been there forever. Like, he sleeps at the Super Bowl. And this guy is undefeated against Tom Brady. So I don't want to, like, really jump out and just not show appreciation for Eli because he did a lot for the Giants. But Daniel Jones, if the Giants learn how to play defense, the Giants can actually win games. The Giants' defense is disgustingly bad. The Bucs, Jameis Winston did everything he could to get them in the position to win this game. I have nothing bad to say about him. That kicker, I don't know what to say about that, man. Panthers and the Cardinals. Now, this is what's interesting about this game, right? This dude, Kyle Allen, came in. He started for Cam Newton. Cam Newton said he has a foot injury. I don't know what he's doing. It don't really matter. The bottom line is he scored more touchdowns than Cam Newton has in his last 5 games. So if it's me, see, this is where it gets crazy because I have to make the better decision. Cam Newton does not look like Cam Newton. I don't know what's happened. I don't know if it's confidence. He's dressing up like, a grandma at interviews after the games. I don't know what's wrong with him, but I don't have time to figure that out. I need to move forward for my team and my fan base. Look, bro, all I'm saying is you got to consider giving Kyle Allen some shots. Like, give him some run, bro. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying anything about anything else. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. But Cam Newton has been stinking up the joint. Cardinals, bro, hey, Kyler Murray, keep working, bro. You know, you went out there, had an early lead, but at the end of the day, your team sucks. So you're going to have to fight through it. Steelers and the 49ers, very, very disappointed in the Steelers. Mike Tomlin, this is probably his last year. I think they might fire him probably mid-season. The Steelers are really, really bad right now. They're losing, but let me just be fair. The 49ers defense is nothing to scoff at. Like, watching this game, you know, I was flipping through the channels. It was a defensive battle, and it just turned out that the 49ers ended up on top. That's all I can really say about it. It's nothing else that, oh my God, you know, what is this, what is that? The Steelers, obviously Ben Roethlisberger is out, but Mason, I don't know. 0-3 for the Steelers is not a good look. That's all I'm going to say about that. Saints and the Seahawks. Teddy Bridgewater did exactly what he was supposed to do. Got the ball out quick, did everything smart, didn't make any crazy mistakes, and Sean Payton was able to show that he can call a game where offensively they don't seem inept without Drew Brees, which is a huge thing. So we got two star franchises in the Panthers and the Saints where they're replaced at quarterback and they win. That's not really a good look. But remember, you know, Bridgewater's a veteran. He's been around for a while. Obviously, he had injuries, but we have to watch this closely because I don't think Cam Newton is what he used to be. So somebody's going to have to make a decision and figure out what's going on, but he can't throw, dog. Listen, his last game he played, he was throwing the ball to the 16th row. That's all I'm saying. Like, I have to assess the situation and look at it. He's looked horrible. Steelers have no choice. Obviously, Ben Roethlisberger is not going to have Tommy John surgery, but he's going to be out for the season regardless because he don't want to be a part of this. But it is what it is, man. The Seahawks came out. I really thought the Seahawks would win this game at home. It was a lot of wild things, broken tackles, bad passes. Like, you know, it gets down to the point where it's like, you know, the better team doesn't always win. I would say yesterday that the Saints just outplayed the Seahawks. You know, even without the thing, you know, it was just that type of game. They just outplayed them. Because remember, the Saints and the refs don't really get along. So some of the calls that were going on, it's not like they favored the Saints for any reason. It just turned out, I believe that they outplayed them. And that had a lot to do with Teddy Bridgewater getting the ball out quickly. The Texans and the Chargers. Deshaun Watson is Houdini. I don't know how this dude does what he does. He has to be very, very careful, though, because his old line going to bring him towards the ways of Andrew Luck, in all honesty. You know what I'm saying? But this was a very, very... It came down to the wire, obviously. You know, Phillip Rivers was trying to throw dots at the end, and it just didn't work out. The Texans were able to hold up. I don't know if you guys noticed that J.J. Watt looks like he can't breathe most of the time when he's out there. Losing Jadeveon Clowney is it's going to have a huge effect on him because he's already been injury-prone, and his career is looking like it's going to be shortened due to those back surgeries. But overall, this game was more about Deshaun Watson than anything else. Because if you give any other quarterback that offensive line, they're probably going to be going to the morgue right after the game. And he was able to escape, throw dot. Like, I'm very impressed with it, man. And finally, the Rams and the Browns. I just want to be very, very clear about this. I don't know what is going on with Freddie Kitchens and the offensive play calling, man. But it is really, really bad there, dog. Like, everything about it. It's kind of ironic, though, that Baker Mayfield allegedly made those comments about Daniel Jones, and he balled out, and we saw what Baker was doing. He's very, very finicky in the pocket. Like, I was rooting for the Browns to do so well this year, and I just don't understand it, man. They have so much talent, and I don't know, like, I guess that's why they say you got to play the game. But ultimately, the Rams don't look that impressive either. You know, it's not like they're really, like, that dominant. It's just that they're winning the close games that they have to win right now, which is going to show them later on in the season that, you know, they can actually do it no matter what. Because when they weren't even playing well, they were still winning. But the biggest takeaway was the Browns offensively, man. I'm very, very disappointed in what's going on because I thought they would do very, very well this season. It's not looking like that. I want to thank everybody for watching. Let me know your thoughts and comments in the comment section. Appreciate you guys joining me. You can always subscribe. Download the podcast for free on iTunes, Android, iHeartRadio, and Spotify. GmiasWorld Podcast available worldwide for free. Until next time, one love.